Welcome everyone to Tuesday's live pop-up Q&A here on Facebook and Instagram. We'll wait for everybody to start showing up. Katie, you're back. So this is great. I want you to think about some questions you might have, something you want me to take a look at, post it in the comments, and we'll be looking at what those are. While we're waiting for people to show up, I just wanted to say a word about being flexible. Being flexible. Right now, there's so much uncertainty, so many, you know, unexpected things showing up, so much chaos and craziness happening that we really have to be flexible. We need to be like that willow that's going to bend in the wind. Otherwise, if we're just like too stuck and rigid in our thinking and our ideas and what we expect and what we think how things should be, we're going to break. We have to, there's so many variations that are being thrown at us right now that we really have to be able to um, be flexible and be able to bend so that you don't break. All right. Hey, Crystal and Z. What have we got going today? Do we have some questions? You guys have some questions for me? I can take a peek at some things. Hope you had a good long weekend. I know for me it was a lot of unexpected things, so thus the need of being flexible. Had planned on going to visit Yosemite and do some hiking, get out in nature, and had some great intentions with that, but oh no, that's not going to happen with half California on fire. So we will. This is all part of being flexible and having to change directions and also not being upset about it, because that's what they want. They want us to be angry and upset about everything we see going on, and that feeds into more of what we've got going. All right, Z, so you want help with your money pile. I'm sure you're not the only one, right? There's a lot of people that are struggling right now with money and finances and the economy, and that's what the higher powers that be that are controlling everything, they want the economy to crash. That's kind of what they're trying to do. And a lot of the systems that we see on the planet right now do need to break. They do need to crumble. They do need to crash. And this is all part of this big change that we're going through. So she wants to heal the vampiric energies that leak energy. Oops. Let's see what else. Oops. And so Kate is saying, I did an avatar for my company and run the energy. I want to effectively make the case that we have overpaid our share and do not owe a debt. We overpaid by about 70,000. Yet they sent us an invoice. Interesting. Well, without getting into the details, hey Roma, good to have you here. We missed you today. So let's do the money avatar first. I'll walk everyone through a money clearing. This is something you can do on an ongoing basis. And with these energies that being that they own all the money on the planet, they are always in our money pile. So we have to be diligent about taking them out of our money space so that we can thrive in spite of what's going on. Whenever there's any kind of downturn of the economy or chaos or fall of empires, there's always some people who will thrive during that process because they know how to look for the golden lining. They know how to look for those opportunities where you can still benefit from. It may sound like unethical that you're benefiting from people's tragedies, but that's not what it is. You're being smart about being in business and making money. And until we get to the point where we don't need money anymore and we're not using anymore, using money anymore, and we just barter and we contribute to society, and there is no money. Until then, we need to make money. We need to be able to find ways that we still thrive in spite of what's going on. So one of the ways to do that is to make sure that our money is at a high vibration. Otherwise, it doesn't matter how many positive affirmations you state, or how many strategy sessions you do, or how many, whatever, how much marketing you do, how many people you talk to. That's not going to matter. Even if you have the best structure and best plan, if you still have a low money vibration, none of that's going to matter, because you're still going to attract the vibration of your money. So this is how you do it. It's very simple. You can do this every day. What you do is you imagine a huge pile of money sitting out in front of you. And then you use your free imagination to imagine a grounding cord that goes from the bottom of this pile of money all the way to the center of the planet, so it has a place to drain all of these energies that collect. And the energies that collect in your money pile are generally other people's beliefs, and their beliefs are bringing down your money vibration. So we're going to start by releasing the initial programmers of our money, which is our parents. This is whether they're alive or not. So you're going to drain your mother's energy out of your money pile. So that's usually the hardworking martyr mom. So drain her out. And we're just going to send her all the way down to the center of the earth as she goes through that grounding cord. Okay, great. And then hardworking dads and their beliefs, send that down the grounding. Excellent. And then if you're in a relationship, like your partner, and this can also apply to ex-partners, past partners, we'll send those down your grounding cord. Excellent. Sometimes past partners don't want to see you succeed, so they put a lot of failure energy in there. Okay, great. And then how about your children? They put really high demands on money if you have children. I've even seen people's pets in their money pile. This woman was spending an exorbitant amount on her dog at the vet, and the dog was in her money pile. Okay, so partners, exes, and then well-meaning family. They mean well, but we need to send them down that grounding cord with all those lack mindsets and beliefs that are not serving them. Okay, great. And well-meaning friends. They also mean well, but sometimes their ideas and their lack mindsets and their, thinking that what we're doing is not going to work. It's get them out of your money pile. Okay, good. And let's see who else. Business partners, colleagues, clients, bosses, any of those kinds of people, send them down your grounding cord. Excellent. Hey, Janice. And anybody we've forgotten. And then last but not least, that 1% and reptilian energy, we're going to send that down the grounding cord so that your money is no longer dirty, that dirty money. We want clean fuel, clean resources, rich, clean resources. Okay, great. So now, as I re-measure your money pile, it's at infinity. So we cleared out all the lower vibrating energies. And now you're going to use your free imagination again This is how powerful you are. Simply powerful. You're going to imagine, here, you're going to imagine a liquid gold stream of energy coming out of this money pile, and it's going to come into the top of your crown, and you have a bunch of rings stacked above your crown, and you're going to bring that high vibration of money, liquid gold, and it's going to come down through all of your rings. It's going to recalibrate your dreams and desires that are held in your rings. Even if you don't know how many rings you have, or it doesn't matter. There's anywhere between 3 and 50, but we're just intend that Pure Source is going to just clear however many rings you have, and so that what you manifest is in your highest and best interest. So as we bring this down into the crown, okay, good. I'm going to let that stir in the crown because it's kind of stuck right there. Let's go out to the third layer of your aura, because there's a big circle around your crown, just like at your root. And we're going to pull in this permission circle so that you can give yourself permission to have all these dreams and desires you have in your creative rings, so that your money can amplify all of these deepest desires. So as we bring this energy all the way into the core, we're going to bring Pure Source down through the central core, down through your crown. So it's recalibrating your crown. Apparently, you guys are not giving yourself permission to have your money. Isn't that funny that you're the one who can give yourself permission? Okay, so just let that stir in there. Maybe that's a new concept, a new thought to you, that you can be the one that's in charge of giving yourself permission to have the money. And that might sound way out there for some of you, but it's true. And as long as we're giving our power away to everyone else, we're not in charge of our own power. Okay, great. So let's, now as it's coming down through the crown, into that 6th chakra right here behind our forehead, where that pineal gland is, we're going to go out to the 3rd layer, both front and back. We're going to pull in the beliefs that keep us thinking that we are powerless, that we don't have the power to create what we desire. So those are just some lack mindsets that are not true unless you believe them. Okay, so let's just bring all that in as we send that down the grounding cord through the central core. So we're bringing this high money vibration down through our core so it can recalibrate our dreams and our desires. So I think this is taking a little bit longer because we didn't do a clearing ahead of time. So it's trying to move through a bunch of energies that are already kind of stuck. So 7, 6, it's slowly coming down into our throat so we can have easy conversations around money. Let's go out to the 3rd layer, front and back. We're going to pull in that energy at the throat, where you're afraid to talk about money, you're afraid to tell people how much you charge, and you're afraid to ask for money back from someone that you let borrow money. So as we're bringing this money vibration down through your throat and your heart, so it's stopping at the heart. Let's go out to the 3rd layer, front and back, so you can clear all of those judgments, all the ways you make yourself wrong for not doing it right, not doing enough, should be working harder, etc., etc. Maybe it's not about hard work, right? Maybe it's about activating your magnet so that your magnet pulls the energies to you instead of you always going out and chasing and forcing and running after in a lot of effort and suffering and struggling. So we're pulling this energy in at the heart. Yes, third layer, all those judgments. Okay, great. As we bring this money vibration down into your solar plexus, we're going to go out to that third layer. So this is just that, it's like a big stop sign. It's just stuck, like no motivation, no energy, just tired. And so the money vibration is doing its best, this high money vibration, to elevate this energy in here. We're just going to drop all that effort down the grounding. Good. So as money is coming down through the solar plexus, down into that second chakra, down, spilling down the root. So now you're vertical with this money. And now we're going to we're not mixing this, we're bringing the money vibration up the front as it comes real close to the spine. So as it comes up through that second chakra, it's stopping right there. So there's a lot of anger and rage right there. So that's, you feeling furious at what's going on the planet, these powers that are controlling everything. It's very infuriating, no doubt about that. However, if you're choosing, and it is by choice, if you're choosing to hold on to all of that angry energy, then it's going to lower your money vibration. So a thing about anger. Yes, we have a lot of things to be angry about. And yes, you should feel your energy. I'm not telling you to dismiss your anger and push it under the carpet. No, I am saying that it's way better to find where that anger is in your energy field so you can let it go. If you're not using anger to move you to do something now in the moment, to motivate you to do some work to rectify the injustices that are going on, then all that energy is just wasted, and it's serving the powers that are trying to keep all this energy down. They want you to be angry. They want you to be stuck. They want you to be in a low vibration so you can't manifest the kind of money that you would like to manifest, or even if it's just to make enough to survive. I think that's a low standard, but for some of you that may be a high standard from where you are right now. At any rate, you're only going to manifest what you're vibrating at, and if it's full of anger, that's going to lower your vibration. So we're pulling all that anger in at the root, at the second chakra, where we're dropping that down the grounding. And now we're going to lift this money vibration up through the second chakra, up through the solar plexus, up into the heart. There we go. Up into the throat, so you can talk about money. Up into that sixth chakra, right in the middle of your forehead, clearing those limiting and lack mindsets. Up through the crown, and then it's going to go back through all of those rings, and then it's going to fountain through all the layers of your aura. You don't end at your skin. And as that's going down through all the layers of your aura, when it gets below your feet, it's going to merge with your grounding cord. It's going to merge with your grounding cord so your aura has a place to release below your feet. Let's pay special attention to the third layer of your aura, starting at the top. This whole layer is congested. So you're in a lot of effort and that tired feeling and no motivation. So let's clear this layer first before we run this money through it. We're just clearing all this effort out of this layer, sending it down the grounding. Okay, good. And now let's run this high money vibration down through this third layer, recalibrating this layer. right? So that your manifestations are more magnetic and it's not a bunch of hard work, chasing, forcing. Okay? Then let's go out to the 10th layer of your aura. I'm going to start at the top. This is where you feel alone, where you're disconnected from the spiritual realm. Like maybe they're not hearing your prayers, or they're not answering your, your pleas. And you feel disconnected from Source. So that's why we're going to clear this layer, so that the answers are all around you. You either don't know how to interpret them, or you don't know how to, or maybe you don't like the answer. Maybe you don't know what to do with the answer. So, okay, good. And then 10, 12. Let's go out to the 15th layer. Start at the bottom, and we're going to lift this energy up through this 15th layer. And it's mostly right at the top, where that 1% energy is just sitting at your crown, not wanting you to have permission to have the life that you desire. So as we pull that up through the central core, sending that 1% energy off planet, we're going to back up a minute, and we're going to pour that liquid gold stream of energy down through this 10th layer, so that your the angels and the spiritual realm and all those guides can help you with money. When you're asking for money, you're not actually asking for, even though I know that you're asking for money, it's not the paper and ink that you're looking for. That's not what you really want. What you want is peace of mind. You want to be able to feel safe and secure. Maybe you want money to explore. Maybe you need money to buy a vehicle. Maybe there's lots of reasons we want money, but it's really less about the paper and ink, and it's more about how we want to feel when we get that money. We don't want to feel worried. We don't want to feel anxious. We want to have that peace of mind. So when you're thinking about and praying for money, consider changing those requests or those pleas or those, sending those intentions out into the universe, that it's not about give me more money, where's the money, show me the money. It's really more about help me find more peace of mind, help me find more clarity, help me find more I guess a peace of mind and less worry and calmness should really be at the top of your list. And then how Spirit creates that doesn't limit it to just more money, because there's lots of ways you can have more peace of mind, and you never know how it's going to show up, because we have this limited thinking. So as pure source, or as this high money vibration, is coming down through this 10th layer, recalibrating that layer, we're also going to bring it down through the 15th layer, where we cleared out that 1%. Okay, great. So now the rest of the aura is clear. We're going to bring this high money vibration from the upper 4 chakras, so the heart, throat, 6, crown, and then all of your rings. And then we're going to bring that energy out the right arm, so that you can give out into the economy, but then we're going to receive. So as it's coming out that right arm, I want you to put those fingertips together so it comes through the palms, but also through all of your fingers. So as it's coming through that into your left hand, so this is where it's blocked right now. This is why you're not receiving. So we want to gently pull that energy up your left arm and up through the elbow and your bicep and the shoulder, down through the front and back of the heart, out that right arm in the left, and then through the front and back of the throat so you can have easy conversations around money. Okay, great. And then through that sixth chakra, through the crown, through all of the rings. Great. Okay, good. So this is how we clear our money vibration so that we can start manifesting things from this place, from a higher vibration. And I never know how this is going to turn out. If you've never seen Jerry's testimony here, that was a really great manifestation, that we cleared his money pile, and when we were done, he opened his phone. Someone had deposited $150 in his bank. Later that night, he got an email from a colleague that said that they got the funding that they were looking for. I think it was $250,000 or $150,000. It was a lot of money. And then just more things just kept happening, So I never know how it's going to show up. All right, so let's see what other questions you have here. Hey, Rosalind, we missed you today. Nadine, good to have you here. Why is your sleep so bad? We just did a great clearing on the sleep space. I don't know if you got that or not. I would go look for that one. Fridays, I think maybe it was Friday's Inspiration. We did a whole clearing on nightmares and bad dreams and the whole sleep space. So go listen to last Friday's Inspiration, Rosalind, and then you can excuse me, then you can clear that space, because that's why I did it, because I know a lot of people are having trouble with sleeping. Are light codes waking you up? Ancestors. Right now, it's not a place that feels safe, and so that's one of the things we cleared in that whole thing. So go back and listen to it. It's really great. It's a good one. Okay, let's see what we have here. For some reason, things are a little dim. Okay, I want to. So much. Great. And for those of you that I have done some work on the past, it would be very helpful too if you've noticed some shifts, some changes, and especially, if you're doing the daily meditation, that 20-minute meditation to help you raise your vibrations from there. Like doing this money meditation was certainly helpful. It would be more effective if you did the 20-minute clearing first. It's free. We'll post the link, and we will get you up to speed with that one as well. Let's see. There is some noise on the Insta broadcast. I don't know. The internet is being very weird. It's actually kind of dim too, so I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe my phone is overheating. This is invigorating and reinvigorating and restorative. Yes, it is. Mercury, great way of phrasing what money is and does for us. Yes, great. Good. I'm glad you resonate with that. Good. I'm glad you needed that. Hey, Deborah. What practical benefits can I derive if I'm operating in the 15th dimension? 15th from the temperature. So the higher the dimension that you're operating from, it's a bit of a mixed blessing, comes with more responsibility. And I've actually stopped measuring the dimensions because it was creating a lot of confusion for people who are, we're in 3D, now we're in 5D. And in the report, it was measuring much higher than that. So it was getting a little confusing, so I've stopped doing the dimension reading. But Here's what I will do for you, though, Kate, is I want to measure a couple other things as Facebook is getting ready to die here. I didn't charge it enough, apparently. So the level of consciousness is your level of consciousness is at 100%. So when you're at 100% consciousness, that means then the next level that I would want to measure is your level of enlightenment. So that's at 50%. So those two are sort of new markers. The enlightenment one is one that I'm measuring. Very scratchy throat today, outside, lots of smoke and ashes. So I apologize for that. And then a couple other things that I'm measuring now too are how many rings you have, which is what's going to accelerate your creations. So you have yes, you have 50. So that's as many as there are. So with 50 rings, what that means, 50 creative rings, that means that your creations are going to be faster, bigger, more intense, and the rings don't care what they create. They're just going to amplify what's going on in your energy field. So I've seen people with 50 rings who are not very conscious, or they suppress a lot of their gifts with medication, and this particular person I'm thinking of, great manifester, but in the wrong direction. Everything is a drama, everything is a tragedy, everything breaks, everything is horrible. And if this person could just redirect all of that energy and actually do this work that we do here, this person would be creating amazing things in their life. But some people are stubborn and or they don't believe what we do here, and that's fine. They're on their own journey. But at any rate, more rings you have, I don't try and create or help you clear more of these rings when I'm doing a clearing. They're more of an indicator. They're an indicator of how evolved you are. So as I mentioned, more rings, I believe it creates more responsibility when you're conscious, because then you're going to be creating bigger, more intensely. And then you also know very quickly how very quickly what's off, so that you will know how to clear things. So I'm going to sort of say a send off to and sign off to Facebook, because I'm about to die here, and so I apologize for not charging this more. This thing uses up a lot of energy. That'd be great if you could post some updates, Janice, about especially about your son, if that was helpful, or if anything shifted, or some other things that we've done together on here. That would be great. Thanks for your work. I feel confident. Peace of mind. You're welcome, Crystal. See more fun in my ankles. Yes, that's where you do have more fun in your ankles. Is so Z. That's right where the fun stops. That's where right where the energy stops. It stops right as it comes in your feet. It stops right at your ankles. So bring that earth energy all the way up through your legs, so you can have more fun in spite of what's going on. So I've been raising the amusement of people. Thanks for posting that, Roma. The one about nightmares is now up here in this thread. So thank you for posting that. So just lost my thought. Where I was going. Receiving fun in your ankles. Yes. Okay, good. So here we are bringing this earth energy up through your legs. And so everyone can do this. If you're not having much fun in your life right now, try making sure that the earth energy is coming up through those legs and all the way up through and then down that grounding cord. That's a really fun part of making sure our earth energy is coming up through our legs. So that's really important. And yeah.